Electronic problem and solar power problem is our focus on the program Power Talk.
Olaoluwa Adegoke, OIC Solar is our tutor on the program with Wole Akitunde every Sunday 5:30 to 6 p.m. on this platform Pensioners FM 106.7.
Join them this Sunday 5:30 to 6 p.m. For more tori, call 081 050 20388. Power Talk Key, solutions to power problems.
Where's darkness on the side of light? Evaporated are the gleams of light. You're the light that makes my face shine bright. As I look your face, I become the light. Where's darkness on the side of light? Evaporated are the gleams of light.
Hello, our viewers, our listeners at home. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are listening to us around the world. This is your boy Olaoluwa Adegoke. And
I thank God partner. I'm able to appear on the program today.
You're welcome, Akintunde.
My name is Wole Akitunde Baba Imole.
You're welcome back.
And I'm welcoming you to the program that procures solutions to all our power problem, Power Talk. And together we are promising that today's program will be
an eye-opener.
Yes, to
issues, to power issues.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Solar charge controller today.
Yeah. Ola, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Oh.
And how is Ibadan?
Yeah, Ibadan is good. Ibadan is cool.
We thank God.
And the weather is favorable.
Yeah, you are.
No, not the kind of weather that we solar power system people request for.
But it is God.
Yeah, it's God.
And it's unquestionable.
It is unquestionable.
Yeah, let's go to the business of the day.
Okay.
Today, yesterday, last week on the program, I heard you discussing troubleshooting of solar panel. Yeah. Today, I want us to quickly go into charge controller.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe before we go into it, let's tell our people that they can listen to this program and watch us live on our Facebook.
Yes. It's necessary
on Facebook. Pensioners FM online on Facebook. They can watch us and see us live. Also, for our listeners that wants to call into the studio, there will be an opportunity to call into the studio on 090 8111 067 090 8111 067 and 080 5908 1067. So,
so when it's time
for people to call in,
yeah, that's the number to call. Okay. Today, I want, like I've said, I want us to go into solar charge controller.
Okay.
Let's start this way, as I used to say.
Okay.
If we want to describe solar charge controller to a layman, are you getting it? I want our people at home to identify what we are discussing about. Are you getting it?
Okay.
So, if you want to describe solar charge controller, how would you describe it to the users?
Okay, to a layman.
Yes, to a layman.
Yeah, solar charge controller, in most cases, you will see it on the wall. When in a solar power system settings, you will see a solar charge controller on the wall.
Always on the wall.
Yeah, it will be attached on the wall. They are all wall mounted, and when you see it, it is the first device in a solar power system that connects this wire that is coming from the sun. I mean, from the solar panel.
Okay, from the solar panel outside.
Yeah, that's the first device that the wire from outside will get into.
Okay. So, people at home can they identify it.
Yeah, it's always on the wall.
As you described
a small device on the wall.
Okay, false device on the wall.
The device on the wall, yeah.
Okay, let me continue by asking what are the function of this solar charge controller that we are talking?
The function mainly is to regulate the charging from the solar panels.
Okay.
Solar panels, they are cells and they are uncontrollable. They release their charges that is not regulated.
Okay, it's not regulated.
It's not regulated.
So they release their charges according to the rays
that's coming from the sun. Yeah.
Of the sun.
Yeah, what they are converting. So they convert the photons from the sun into current, and it's not regulated. So it's the solar charge controller that regulates what is charging the battery. Because if you connect the solar panel directly on batteries, it may fry the battery up.
Really?
Yes, because the voltage is very high and it's uncontrollable.
So it is solar charge controller that regulates
the current and the flow of current from the solar panels to the battery.
What is other function of solar charge controller?
Other functions nowadays is to let us know what is going on from the solar panel to the battery.
Okay, what is happening
what is coming in.
Okay,
it shows us what is coming in from the sun, because now it has display. It has an LCD display where you can see, this is the current that is coming in from the sun. This is the voltage of the solar panel that is coming in.
Okay.
So this is the total power that I'm getting from the sun.
Okay.
So those are the functions. Those are mainly the function of a solar charge controller.
Okay. If I want to ask again,
okay,
what are the factors that can limit the effective functioning of solar charge controller?
There are so many factors, but I will mention few. Some of it. One of it is the cabling, the connection,
wiring.
The wiring. How you connect the solar charge controller. It may if there is a mistake in the connection of the solar charge controller, the system may not function well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like for example, now if you use a less size cable.
Less gauge,
size cable. Yeah, you may not get what you're supposed to be getting from the sun on it.
Okay.
Like if you use a wire gauge that is less to what you
supposed to use
from the solar panel to the charge controller, you may discover that the solar charge controller will not be working very well. That's one. Also, the kind of circuit breaker that you use before the solar charge controller.
Please come again.
Okay.
Because you said earlier that it is the first device.
That receives things from the wire that's coming.
Okay, where are we seeing
the solar? The circuit breaker is always before the solar charge controller. Okay. That circuit breaker is for you to control. Maybe you want to work on a solar charge controller, you will trip it.
Okay.
Yeah, you disconnect it so it's like just like that's a protection ability too. For high voltage, it can trip it off, or too much current, it can trip off, not to damage the charge controller itself. So, if you use a substandard, or maybe instead of using a DC breaker, you go, because of money, you go for an AC breaker.
Circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker. Yeah, with time, you just discover that the breaker will form what we call an arc inside, and once it forms an arc, it will stop the current from flowing from the solar charge controller, solar panel to the solar charge controller.
Is it important to use that circuit breaker?
It's important.
It's important.
Especially for maintenance purpose.
Okay, it's different from surge protector.
It's different from surge protector. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what it does is when you want to work on a system, you can trip it. So that there won't be you can trip it off, so that there won't be any current flowing into the controller when you are trying to maintain the solar charge controller.
Okay.
Also, another issue that may occur, that may happen, that may reduce the functionality of a solar charge controller is temperature.
Temperature can affect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
how.
Yeah, okay. Let me tell you like this. When solar charge controller, when it's the way it controls the excess current from the sun, when the battery is full.
Okay.
Like I told you, we have like 3 stages of charging.
Yes.
Intelligent charging. So the last phase is what we call float charging. At that float charging level, the controller will be, will be converting the excess current from the sun, because it's no more going, the battery does not need it again, and maybe the person is not around and the battery is still charging. So instead of it allowing the current to go inside the battery, it will be dissipating it like heat.
Okay.
Yeah, some of these. So and that
will absorb it,
that thing will make it get the temperature of that solar charge controller will increase. And when the temperature increases, it needs something to cool it down. Some of them has fan, cooling fan
inside.
Yeah, some of them does not have fan. So there should be ventilation anywhere that you install a solar charge controller. There should be a ventilation, a proper ventilation, and with that proper ventilation, you will discover that there won't be any the system
will not overheat,
because over temperature may make it to shut down or even not working at all.
Okay. Let me quickly go to troubleshooting.
Okay.
How can we troubleshoot these problems that we earlier mentioned?
Okay. One, if it is cabling or wiring issue, we need to check the wire and check that, okay, is this wire, is it a good gauge? That's one. Then secondly, you have to check your connections too. Check the breakers. If you can use a meter to check the voltage that gets to the breaker before and
please,
after.
Before you move further, how can we identify at least normal gauge? What is the normal gauge?
Okay, that depends. That depends on the number of panels used for that particular installation and the distance from the panel to the charge controller as well.
It means there must be some calculation.
There is that.
It is.
It requires some little bit of calculation to know the distance, to know the number, or the gauge that you are going to use between a certain distance.
Okay, what if the distance is not too long?
Yeah, if the distance is not too long, like I said, it depends on the number of panels.
Let's assume that we want to the panel is placed up on over this roof.
Okay.
Are you getting? And it's just a bungalow building, and we want to draw the cable down here. We want to light this.
Okay, you want to learn that now you are going to learn. You want to learn our work now, Abi. So let me just give an example so that because of our listeners, if let's say you install like 4 panels,
okay,
or let's say 6 panels to 2 batteries, and you want to connect that panels. Let's assume it's 300 watt panels. It's better to use minimum, if it is just a bungalow. It's better to use minimum of 8 AWG. Wire size.
If you mention 8 AW, I don't know it, but I know that people at home are learning.
Like 10 mm.
All right.
Or maybe there's some 8 AWG wire. That is American wire gauge system. Okay. In our place, it's almost the same as 8 mm sometimes. Okay. So it's better to use it so that to make sure there will not be too much loss. There are acceptable loss. There will still be some little bit of loss on this year, but there is acceptable loss. There is not acceptable loss. Like for example, like 5% loss is not too much. But when you use less wire gauge, you may have up to 50%, even 80% loss. Yeah, that's it's unacceptable.
Okay.
So that's how that one goes.
Okay, how can we troubleshoot if you said it must be well ventilated?
Yes,
okay. If it is well ventilated and the solar charge controller is still not malfunctioning,
okay. Other things.
How can we troubleshoot in that area?
Other things you can on the system, on the system on the screen of the charge controller. There are some functions that you can you can diagnose it while just checking the screen. If it is
the screen of charge controller,
yes, it shows the parameters. If you check the parameters, like for example, if it's an MPPT controller, I've told you once before in our earlier episode that we have PWM and we have MPPT solar charge controller. So if it is an MPPT solar charge controller, it works with a certain minimum solar voltage.
Okay.
So if that voltage is not reached by the solar panel, the system will not function very well. Like for example, when some people connect their MPPT, they will connect it the way they connect solar panel on PWM. pulse width modulation technology charge controller. So and once they do that, for MPPT it has to reach some minimum voltage for it to function very well. So if you check on the screen, and let's say for example, let's use an MPPT that has 150 as its PVOC. And you now connect your panel in such a way that the maximum voltage that you are getting on the array is just 60 volts. Okay. Once the sun drops down and the voltage drops below 40 or 35, that controller will not be working again.
It will not be working again.
So in that regard, you have to make your PVOC to be around 125 to 130. If it's a 150 volt PVOC MPPT controller, so even if the voltage drops or there is low weather, it will still get around 80-90, which will still make the solar charge controller to be working function effectively, and it will help you. You will get the value for using an MPPT and high voltage panels as well, even in low weather like we're having of recent.
All right, please allow me to go to the market.
Okay.
Omoniyi.
àbáfọ̀ nípa iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ta ohun èlò tó ń lo sólà nílẹ̀ yìí, iléeṣẹ́ kan ṣoṣo ni mo fọwọ́ ẹ̀ sọ̀yà. OIC Solar ni wọ́n ń jẹ́. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń ta àwọn ohun èlò tó ń lo sólà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣàtúnṣe àwọn tó ti dẹnu kọlẹ̀. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn kójú owó, original materials ni wọ́n ń lò.
At OIC Solar, we sell and install durable solar power systems. As we sell original solar panels, durable inverters and battery, we also repair solar powered components such as inverters and solar panels.
Solar powered borehole system, solar power street lights, ẹ fẹ́ tún ṣe àbẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rà. Ìpèsè solar power system fún lè gbé ilé-iṣẹ́ ńláńlá pẹ̀lú ìjọ Ọlọ́run. Ìpèsè solar power system fún lè tajà ìgbàlódé àti ilé epo lóríṣiríṣi. Ó yé wọn púpọ̀ jù, àní kàkà díẹ̀ kàdákẹ́. OIC Solar fìkàlẹ̀ sí shop C4 NTA Ibadan shopping complex, NTA Road, Agodi Gate, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria.
Visit us at www.oicsolar.net.
Hello wọn ni 081 050 20388 081 583 44965. OIC Solar ìmọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ́.
bọ̀dá Sólà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mọ̀ pé kò yé yín mọ́ ẹ wá sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórí àjà àbí kápẹ́ lòmíì bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gun páànù lẹ́ ń gún àjà lẹ́ ń fẹyín lọ́wọ́ ẹ ṣáà máa sunlé o.
ilé yín ò ní jóná jẹ́ ń júwe ibi tí ó ti gbàmọ̀kún mọ̀ àǹfààní ńlá rèé fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ wà nílé ìwé undergraduate àtẹ̀yìn tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde young graduate àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ẹ ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbàmọ̀kún mọ̀ nípa solar system electronic programming microcontroller mastering inverter repairing theory and practical class tó yanrantí lẹ́ là kọjá nílé iṣẹ́ OIC Solar.
OIC Solar has opened a window of capacity building opportunity where you can acquire skills in inverter repairing, microcontroller mastering, and solar power system training.
kàn sí wọn lónìí kó o gba fọ́ọ̀mù kí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. OIC Solar wà ní sub C4 NTA Ibadan shopping complex NTA Road Agodi Gate Ibadan Oyo State Nigeria. fàlàyé síwájú sí pé 081 050 20388 081 583 44965. OIC Solar ìmọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ́.
And as I look your face, I become the light.
You're welcome back. Our audience.
wọ́n ní ibi abároko tìsí náà ni à ń fi àbọ̀ sí.
Okay.
látàárọ̀ tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ a ti ń sọ nípa charge controller.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
mo ti béèrè pé kí là ń pè ní charge controller fún àgbọ́yé torí àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa àwọn bàbá tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa nílé tí wọ́n sì jẹ́ alátẹ̀lé wa lórí ìkànnì yìí àti lórí ètò yìí. kí làwọn nǹkan tá à ń pè ní charge controller, kí ló lè fà á kí charge controller yẹn kó mọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa àti pẹ̀lú pé kí gan-an níṣẹ́ rẹ̀ láàrin ìṣẹ́jú kan.
ok iṣẹ́ mo ṣe sọ ní èdè fìtìfìtì nìṣẹ́ wípé solar charge controller yẹn ó ló máa ń jẹ́ kí n tó ń bọ̀ láti ibi òòrùn ó ló ń control
agbára tí ń bọ̀ látara oòrùn
olójẹ́ bíi báwo la ṣe máa ń pè ní Yorùbá bíi control bíi ìjánu fún àkójánu fún agbára tó ń bọ̀ láti inú oòrùn tí ó wọlé sórí solar panel wa òun ló jẹ́ bíi àkójánu fún.
kí wàá níṣẹ́ rẹ̀ gan-an.
iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ni pé láti make sure pé battery wa ó ń charge dáadáa then pé solar panel yẹn kò overcharge ẹ̀mí nǹkan táwọn pé ó ti charge jù.
tí ó mọ wú
tí ó mọ wú ẹ olóń protect battery wa olóń jẹ́ bí ààbò ló ń dáàbò bo battery kí ó má
ṣé dandan ni ká lo charge controller.
dandan ni owó orí lọ́rọ̀ rẹ̀.
túláàsì lásọ bora lásìkò òtútù.
torí pé tí a bá lò mo dábò tí rẹ̀ tó dánwó ẹ̀ wò rí tó connect panel straight mórí battery tó dẹ̀ ń lò bọ́gbà tó yá battery rẹ̀ yóò wù yóò mọ̀ gbóná
yóò tóbi sí yóò yọkùn
yóò bá battery rẹ̀ jẹ́ so tí ó ṣe pàtàkì.
ọ̀dà náà kí wàá làwọn nǹkan tó lè fà kí solar charge controller tá à ń wí kó mọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ bó ti yẹ kó ṣiṣẹ́.
gẹ́gẹ́ mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan àwọn nǹkan tó lè má jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ pọ̀ inú rẹ̀ ni n tá à ń pè ní wáyà tí à ń lò láti connect ẹ̀ tí wáyà tó fi connect látara solar panel wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ tí ò bá péye tó ó lè fà kó má ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa.
tí ò pójú òṣùwọ̀n
ó lè fà kó má ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. èkíní nìyẹn èkejì ni pé bọ́n ṣe dé wáyà yẹn mọ́ a máa ń pè ní ibi táwọn connecting point tí wọ́n bá dé dáadáa ó lè fà kí ojú bẹ̀rẹ̀ máa gbóná kó dẹ̀ jó charge controller yẹn gan níná. ara ìkejì nìyẹn. ìkẹta ni pé tí ó bá jẹ́ ìta máa ń pè ní MPPT tí voltage tó ń bọ̀ látara solar panel yẹn tí ò bá tó dáadáa kò ní jẹ́ kó ṣe dáadáa.
tí agbára tí ń bọ̀ tí ò bá péye.
bí wọ́n ṣe connect àwọn solar panel yẹn tí wọ́n bá connect wọn dáadáa tí voltage tó dọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ ò ṣe dáadáa tó kò ní ṣiṣẹ́. ìdọ̀tún lè má fà kó tó má ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa ni kí atẹ́gùn má ráyè fẹ́ sí ibi tó wà.
tátẹ́gùn ò bá fẹ́ sí ibi tó wà dáadáa tó rú
mu ó lè má jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ dáadáa.
ó dà bò wà láti wá lè wá ojútùú sí gbogbo àwọn ìṣòro tí máa ń yọ charge controller lẹ́nu.
bá a ṣe lè wá ojútùú nìsí ni pé èèyàn lè pe akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ kó bá yà wò èyí nìyẹn àwọn náà lè bá yín wò tẹ́ pé èèyàn ní issue yẹn nínú ilé then also èèyàn tí ẹ bá fẹ́ wò fúnra yẹn yà rí pé òun ò ní backup dáadáa pé backup yẹn ni pé ó kàn rí pé battery òun tóorùn bá ti dá báyìí battery ti fẹ́ ó ti fìdí lélẹ̀ ibi tá a kọ́kọ́ máa ń wò nìyẹn pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin solar yẹn àti charge controller síbẹ̀ la máa kọ́kọ́ wò pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin bẹ̀ ìgbà mi wà tẹ́ pé battery gan náà lè ti bàjẹ́ cause tí battery bá bàjẹ́ nígbà míì lórí solar charge controller ẹ lè máa rí tí voltage ẹ̀ máa kọjá iye tí battery yẹn jẹ́ irú fún 24 volt system nísìn ẹ lè máa rí tí battery yẹn máa wọ 31 32 battery yẹn ó ti fìdí
ó ti ń rẹ̀ nù
àbí bóyá bí òòrùn bá ṣe jáde battery tó ti kú wá táyé tẹ́lẹ̀ bóòrùn rẹ̀ ṣe jáde báyìí kankan ló sáré full ló kọ́ kó ti full ìyẹn lè mọ̀ kí battery yẹn náà tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pa battery later ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá tó ń bọ̀ a máa lè sọ̀rọ̀ pa rẹ̀ náà.
kó tó di pé a tẹ̀síwájú ó dákun ó bá ń pe nọ́mbà táwọn èèyàn lè fi pè wọlé tí wọn ó fi béèrè ìbéèrè kan àbí méjì torí ìfẹ́ ọjọ́ pé mi nìkan ní mọ̀ dà béèrè lọ kó tó di pé ìbéèrè ọwọ́ àmọ́ wọlé dákun jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ dọ́dọ̀ ọmọ nìyí kí n sẹ́mi mu díẹ̀.
tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ta ohun èlò tó ń lo sólà nílẹ̀ yìí iléeṣẹ́ kan ṣoṣo ni mo fọwọ́ ẹ̀ sọ̀yà OIC Solar ni wọ́n ń jẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ta àwọn ohun èlò tó ń lo sólà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣàtúnṣe àwọn tó ti dẹnu kọlẹ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn kójú owó original materials ni wọ́n ń lò.
At OIC Solar, we sell and install durable solar power systems as we sell original solar panels, durable inverters and battery. We also repair solar powered components such as inverters and solar panels.
Solar powered borehole system, solar power street lights, ẹ fẹ́ tún ṣe àbẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rà. Ìpèsè solar power system fún lè gbé ilé-iṣẹ́ ńláńlá pẹ̀lú ìjọ Ọlọ́run. Ìpèsè solar power system fún lè tajà ìgbàlódé àti ilé epo lóríṣiríṣi. Ó yé wọn púpọ̀ jù, àní kàkà díẹ̀ ká dákẹ́. OIC Solar fìkàlẹ̀ sí shop C4 NTA Ibadan shopping complex NTA Road Agodi Gate Ibadan Oyo State Nigeria.
Visit us at www.oicsolar.net.
Ẹ̀lú wọn ni 081 050 20388 081 583 44965 OIC Solar ìmọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ́.
bọ̀dá sọ́là bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mọ̀ pé kò yé yín mọ́ ẹ wá sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórí àjà àbí ká pẹ́ lòmíì bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gun páànù lẹ́ ń gún àjà lẹ́ ń fẹyín lọ́wọ́ àyà ẹ ṣáà máa sunlé o.
ilé yín ò ní jóná jẹ́njúwe ibi tí ó ti gbàmọ̀kúmọ̀ àǹfààní ńlá rèé fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ wà nílé ìwé undergraduate àtẹ̀yìn tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde young graduate àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ẹ ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbàmọ̀kúmọ̀ nípa solar system electronic programming microcontroller mastering inverter repairing theory and practical class tó yanrantí lẹ́ là kọjá nílé iṣẹ́ OIC Solar.
OIC Solar has opened a window of capacity building opportunity where you can acquire skills in inverter repairing, microcontroller mastering, and solar power system training.
kàn sí wọn lónìí kó o gba fọ́ọ̀mù kí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. OIC Solar wà ní subsea 4 NTA Ìbàdàn shopping complex NTA road Agodi gate Ìbàdàn Ọ̀yọ́ state Nigeria. fàlàyé síwájú sí pé 081-050-20388 081-583-44965. OIC Solar ìmọ̀lẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ́.
Yeah.
You're welcome back into the studio. So I don't think we'll be able to receive much call again today, but if you want to reach me on my Instagram handle at OIC Solar 1 at OIC Solar 1, you can follow me on my Instagram handle. Then also on YouTube, you can see the recorded version of this program on Talk with Ola Power Talk. Talk with Ola Power Talk. You can subscribe on YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well. Then you can also reach me on 081 050 20388. Happy today?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó bá jẹ́ pé alóhunkóhun tí ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ síwájú àti síwájú sí nípa ohunkóhun tó bá ti ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí náà, ẹ lè mọ̀ pè mí sórí 08123452747 08123452747. Ó dàbí pé a sì lákòókò díẹ̀ kó tó di pé a mọ̀ lọ gbogbo à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa troubleshooting. Ìmọ̀ràn wo lẹ́ni fún gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ ètò yìí bóyá wọ́n tiẹ̀ ti ní àwọn ìṣòro kan àbí méjì nípa solar power system wọn tó jẹ́ pé tiẹ̀ ti wá ó ti gèjì ẹ̀mí wọn. Ìmọ̀ràn wo ẹ gbà wọ́n mọ̀ràn?
Ìmọ̀ràn tí màá gbà wọ́n ni pé wọ́n lè compare solar power system àti generator papọ̀ àbí kan compare solar power system pẹ̀lú náà ìjọba. Ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n bá ń lo solar power system ó máa dín wọn lówó lórí bó ṣe máa lo nepa gan àti bó ṣe lè lo generator náà. Ó máa dín wọn lówó kò sí ìtọ́jú pé kéèyàn máa ní generator ṣùgbọ́n generator yẹ kó jẹ́ alternative fún yàn lọ́jọ́ tí weather bá.
kò yẹ kó jẹ́ pé nǹkan lè yàn ọ̀dọ́ gan dé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn lè ní as backup. gẹ́gẹ́ bí program wa ṣe jẹ́ program wa ó encompass gbogbo bí kéèyàn lè ní nánú lé ní ó wà fún. à ń lo nepa ni o à ń lo solar ni o à ń lo generator ni o tó bá yá gan a máa gbé àwọn program wa lórí generator tó bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ pa generator àdé ẹnìkan náà ń bọ̀ tó sì máa sọ̀rọ̀ pa generator náà ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa àbí tó máa ṣèpolówó lórí program yìí ambassador lórúkọ wọn. Very soon àwọn náà máa join wọn máa ṣe ìpolówó lórí program yìí so that máa pín gbogbo ẹ̀ gbogbo tó máa jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn lè rí náà lò nínú ilé wọn.
ẹni nǹkan tá a mú ọ̀dà náà kó tó mú di pé àmọ́ tàtà pínṣẹ̀ ìṣẹ́jú kan náà ló ṣẹ́kù fún wa ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí lórí ètò. Àwọn tó wá jẹ́ pé charge controller wọn tiẹ̀ mọ̀ ní tó jẹ́ gan wọn àmọ́ bóyá solar panel ló yọnu ibo ni a darí wọn sí.
Wọ́n lè yọjú sí wa ní shop C4 NTA shopping complex a ní tuntun táǹtà a ní bá a ṣe lè bá wọn yẹ tí wọ́n ń lò ká lè bá wọn tó ṣe.
A jẹ́ pé tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́mi ọmọ dágbére ọmọ níyì ó ti ń juwọ́ lébélébé tó bá sì ti juwọ́ bá yọ pa kínní ni àkànní gbọ́ gbogbo ń ta. A jẹ́ pé inú ìmọ́lẹ̀ lèmi fi yín sí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí tá a bá tún padà dé lọ́sẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀ inú ìmọ́lẹ̀ náà láàbà yín Wọlé Akíntúndé yín ọ̀rẹ́ o ọ̀lẹ́ ọ̀lára kálẹ̀ níwọ̀n ló dùn ọ̀lẹ́ dandan yóò ṣe é lẹ̀ bàbá ìmọ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ pè mí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ pè sórí 08123452747 08123452747 ní tó bá ti jẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀ ni ẹ pè mí sí o àní wà ní òkùnkùn.
ilé àtọ̀dọ̀ Ọláolúwa Adégòkè ire o.
As I look your face, Jesus, I become